I listen to metal. I grew up with metal. I've done everything that I possibly could. That's why I feel like that it's time to see what the rest of the world has to offer and other genres as well. My name is Aaron and I grew up as a metalhead. Well, welcome back everybody to the last song of the day. We are going to do Hug Me by V and Jhope. So we've hit a lot of good stuff. I mean, Converse High, like I said, super fun, super cute song. Then we had that was War of Hormone, the Japanese edition. Loved the edgy grittiness of it. That little bit of extra aggressiveness is just what the song called for. And then, of course, we just did a Spine Breaker, which to me might actually be the most unique song that I've heard vocally from them in a lot of ways, because they kind of bucked their own trends, which does not ever generally happen with anybody. So what do we have in store with Hug Me? It's only two. It's only two of the boys. Let's check it out.
내 절망과 상관없이 무심하게 또 아침은 날 깨우네. 상처는 생각보다 쓰리고 아픔은 생각보다 깊어가. 널 원망하던 수많은 밤이 내겐 지옥 같아. 내 곁에 있어줘. 내게 머물러줘. 네 손을 잡은 날 놓치지 말아줘. 이렇게 네가 한 걸음 멀어지면 내가 한 걸음 더 가면 되잖아. 하루에도 수천 번씩 네 모습을 되뇌이고 생각했어. 내게 했던 모진 말들, 그 싸늘한 눈빛, 차가운 표정들. 난 참 예쁜 사람이었잖아. 넌 참 예쁜 사람이었잖아. 제발 내게 이러지 말아줘. 넌 날 잘 알잖아. Oh, girl, 그때 가볍게 한 말이 진짜 가볍게 만드는 우리 사연. 익숙함이란 게 무엇보다 무서운지 몰라. 네 속마음도 몰라. 결국 후회 가득한 너와의 이별까지 날이 갈수록 커져간 이 빈자리. Oh shit, 아름답던 우리 꽃밭을 무릎 좁아도 다 추억들만 만개한 채 그리움에 향만 뿜어나와. 너 다시 볼 수 있다면 나 내 모든 걸 보여주고파. 널 바가라 뛰고 있는 내 맘 꼭 다 너에게 전하고파. 나 for real, for real. 이 진심이 네 품에 안길 때까지 그냥 날 안아줘. 나를 좀 안아줘. 아무 말 말고서 내게 달려와줘. 외롭고 불안하기만 한 마음으로 이렇게 널 기다리고 있잖아. 난 너를 사랑해. 난 너를 사랑해. 긴 침묵 속에서 소리내 외칠게. 어리석고 나약하기만 한 내 마음을.
Wild. Okay, I kind of want to take it back to the beginning for just a second.
널 원망하던 수많은 밤이 내겐 지옥 같아 내 곁에 있어줘 내게 머물러줘 네 손을 잡은 날 놓치지 말아줘 이렇게 네가 한 걸음 멀어지면 내가 한 걸음 더 가면 되잖아.
Okay, so this is really kind of an interesting piece right here. He's definitely singing the higher end of his chest voice. At least that's kind of what it seemed like to me. Yeah. The curse of a bass. The curse of having the deeper voice. When you try and sing lower, you have to put out much more power and air. But then because of that, you're like... you have to breathe so much more because it requires it so much. Underrated emotional tone in his voice. Listen to that. That to me is really, really good emotional singing. The way that he kind of just gets a little bit like faded on some of those end phrases, it's gorgeous. I really, really like that tone though, because, you know, I think that the way that he's singing it kind of gives it this quiet realization almost behind what he's singing. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. That's where the emotion sits. There's kind of a way that you can do that when you get to the end of your breath to kind of hit that. To be able to, if you use it right, you can really kind of use your last little bit of air that you have to create these kinds of moments. Another good one, if you want to hear, is probably because I've been practicing it like crazy. Jungkook's Hate You. There's the part in the song where he says basically it's like, we were perfect, we came close until I put all of our pain under the microscope. And when you get to that point in the song, mainly because I've been singing it like crazy, it's kind of hard to maintain your voice, the breath throughout that part. So when it gets to that point, I realize that what he's really doing is throwing just like this. He's using the last bit of air that he has to kind of create that kind of emotion, and that's what V's doing here too. And this is very, very, honestly, like they're obviously very young at this point in time, and this is, I would say, wise beyond your years kind of singing.
참 예쁜 사람이었잖아. 제발 내게 이러지 말아줘. 넌 날 잘 알잖아. Girl, 그때 가볍게 한 말이 진짜 가볍게 만드는 우리 사이. 익숙함이란 게 무엇보다 무서운지 몰라. 네 속마음도 몰라. 결국 후회 가득한 너와의 이별까지 날이 갈수록 커져간 이 빈자리. Oh shit, 아름답던 우리 꽃밭을 물어줘봐도 다 추억들만 만개한 채 그리움에 향한 부모 나와 너.
There's just something that's a little extra gritty in J-Hope's voice that I think really always helps ground a lot of their rap lines. I'm not saying that RM or Suga can't be in the same kind of conversation, but there's something just even a little bit more. And it's funny too, because from everything that I've ever been told in my time with BTS and in the fandom and stuff like that, one of the things that I'm always told is that like J-Hope is always like the happy pill. He is the happy virus. He's the one who's always smiling. He's the one who always cracking jokes. He's always the one who, is, kind of like Mr. Fun. At least that's kind of what I've been led to believe. But when you listen to his rap, listen.
Oh, girl, 그때 가볍게 한 말이 진짜 가볍게 만드는 우리 사이. 익숙함이란 게 무엇보다 무서운지 몰라. 네 속마음도 몰라. 결국 후회 가득한 너와의 이별까지 날이 갈수록 커져간 이 빈자리. Oh shit, 아름답던 우리 꽃밭을 물어줘봐도 다 추억들만 만개한 채 그리움에 향한 부모 나와 너. 다시 볼 수 있다면 나 내 모든 걸 보여주고파. 널 바가나 뛰고 있는 내 맘 꼭 다 너에게 전하고파. 나 for real, for real. 이 진심이 네 품에 안길 때까지.
I'm trying to remember exactly the phrasing, so I might get it wrong, so I apologize. There's the saying that's like, the person who smiles the most is probably also the one that's been hurt the most. And sometimes I wonder that about J-Hope. I really do. And obviously I don't know as much backstory and background as most ARMY. And I'm not fully done with the book yet, so I can't really fully say that I know as much as I possibly could know. But his vocals just tell me something like that. And to me, it's very telling. And even when the song itself is singing about one thing, and maybe it kind of means a different thing, but I don't know, there's something in me that's telling me that. And I really like the way that he grounds things. It's almost like Tae, to me, in this song, is the remains of hopefulness and the sad part. And then it's like they use J-Hope to be the anger of the feeling.
Girl, 그때 가볍게 한 말이 진짜 가볍게 만드는 우리 사이. 익숙함이란 게 무엇보다 무서운지 몰라. 네 속마음도 몰라. 결국 후회 가득한 너와의 이별까지 날이 갈수록 커져간 이 빈자리. Oh shit, 아름답던 우리 꽃밭을 물어줘봐도 다 추억들만 만개한 채 그리움에 향한 부모 나와 너. 다시 볼 수 있다면 나 내 모든 걸 보여주고파. 널 바가나 뛰고 있는 내 맘 꼭 다 너에게 전하고파. 나 for real.
It's captivating. I don't want it to stop once it gets going, especially in the rap. I don't know. Maybe someone can inform me or enlighten me a little bit more. This is just kind of some of the stuff that's coming off of my head. This is kind of the one thing that I find so interesting about music, is that in a lot of senses, what people are saying and what people are singing, what their voice is projecting, sometimes says more than what they're actually singing about. And I don't know. It's a really, really interesting combo. Like I said, I feel like that you got Tae and J-Hope, and it feels like that it's legitimately the sadness and the fury and the anger, the part of the, we're like, oh, I really wish, this is just a example, not what I, not necessarily anything else, where it's like, oh man, I really wish that this could happen. And then it's like, I really wish for things to be different. And then it's like J-Hope is kind of more like, no, I don't want that. Screw all this. I hate this. And it just, I don't know. It's really interesting. Obviously, that's probably a little extreme, but let me know. And we'll discuss this down in the comments below. Thank you. Goodbye.